what are we up to here? Quick little bit of history, not too much. Think of these guys here. Think of Japan, automotive manufacturing in particular. Think of something like Toyota. Great quality, awesome quality, great reliability. And how do they do that at a reasonable cost? Lean manufacturing. But one component of lean manufacturing, really, really exciting, it's called Pdca. Here's what we got. It stands for Plan, Do, Check, Act. And what happens is if you've got something you work on, you want to get better at, you sit down, you make a plan. How am I going to attack this? How am I going to improve this situation? How am I going to execute this job? Whatever it is. And then you go out and you do it and you follow that plan. And then after you're done that, you go back and you check. How did it go? Did I get the results I thought I was going to get? What did I learn? What surprises occurred? What creative things, popped out that I didn't plan for? And did I even follow the plan? Was it a good plan? So I check. How did it go? And then I come up here to this thing called ACT and I say, okay, it went exactly as planned. That never happens. But if it did, you say, okay, I'm done. It worked. But what Plan, Do, Check, Act is, I come to this ACT stage, I either spin off, I'm done, or I say, no, I didn't quite get what I wanted. I got to go back again and do this Pdca again. When you kind of mess up at something, it didn't turn out exactly what you want, you don't beat yourself up. You say, hey, great cycle. I did a cycle, let's pop into the cycle again. So that's our Pdca cycle roller here. Okay, so let's lock in. And so we've started our Pdca cycle down at the bottom here. And so let's say this is your starting point, wherever you are with, and so now I get going. So now I start to execute through that cycle. So what I do first, well, of course, I do my plan, then I start doing the actual work. Okay, I've got a really good plan in place. I start executing on that plan. I'm doing the do part, and I get done, and now I get into the check part. And then finally, I finish the cycle off, and I'm into the A part. Now, hopefully I've learned a whole bunch, and I lock myself in up here at a new level. So this is going to be tricky here. Now I'm locked in at the new level. So I've improved myself. I've gone through a cycle. Hopefully I've learned a lot. I got better at whatever I was doing. And this represents kind of the increase in my performance or my ability or my skill level, whatever it was I was working on. I'm now at this new level. I've completed a cycle of Pdca. But I don't stop there. What I say is, okay, I get to the ACT piece right in there. And did I get as far as I want? No, I wanted to get all the way to the top there in terms of whatever it is I was doing, my performance. So now I say to myself, I got to do another cycle. I got to go through another iterative process. I need to replan. I need to do and then check and act again. So let's do another cycle of Pdca here.
A few inches later.
Put her in. There we go. Good. Okay, so we've come a long ways. And we didn't try and do it all in one shot. That's the really cool thing about Pdca is it's iterative, little loops, little loops. You take off little pieces at a time. Trying to go all the way from way back down there up here in one shot, chances are you're going to blow it. You're not going to get it right. So, now, can Pdca cycles be bigger or smaller in terms of time? This might be a cycle that lasts, say, maybe a month or a couple months. Might be a day, might be a week. So Pdca cycles can take different lengths of time. So you could be working on a big picture item, working through, but in the meantime, breaking down all the little tasks inside of that into little tiny mini Pdcas as well. So you could have your big master Pdca cycle plan for yourself, little daily ones, maybe weekly ones, stuff like that. Here's the thing about Pdca. It's this nice little iterative process, and it lets you make little approximate guesses on what you should do. And you execute on it, and you learn a bit every time you do one of those little incremental pieces. So it lets you be approximately right all the time without being completely wrong. And that's one of the beauties of it, because if you try to go all the way from that bottom end all the way to the top in one step, one big plan, guess what? It isn't going to work out. And people get all bummed out about that when their plan doesn't work or something they were trying out doesn't work. And that really bothers me, because for me, that's kind of a dangerous way to think, because it stops you actually from improving. Pdca, there's the big model, the super duper blaster. Thank you, Francine, for helping out today. See you guys soon. Ignore that. Ignore that too.